Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, so like in my last few videos, and from past 7 years, I've been talking about what these so-called elites are doing and what's the role of Elon Musk and everything else, and why is everything flipped upside down on on this planet? Because see, what is Elon Musk talking about here? Okay.
uh, Hanging out. I got Elon and Ian Dahl with our Starlink team. Figured we'd check in. It's been, typical SpaceX year. Launched a brand new vehicle,
Yeah.
acquired XAI, now SpaceX AI, announced a Terra-sized chip building project, and so
Yeah, never a dull moment.
yeah, never a dull moment. Typical year, and so let's kind of wanted to connect some of the dots.
Never a dull moment. After burning the whole world, sucking everybody into this madness, disrupting every single thing for personal gain like a psychopath, flipping everything that was functional upside down on its head. Never a dull moment. Yeah, right.
And how this all feeds into making life multiplanetary, starting to climb up the Kardashev scale, maybe show off some cool new AI stat stuff. It's kind of start galaxy sized. And
So, those people who listen to me, I think there are a few people, five, six, seven max people who actually listen to me. They know that I've been talking about the same things that these people did not disclose, and thinking I'm talking about these things for 7 years. 7 years. The people, the psychopaths who attacked me, they attacked me because I was talking about these things, and they wanted to steal this thing from me. So, I mean, see the depravity, the insanity of this word. The people who are saying that they are helping you, they're actually sabotaging you. Okay. So 6.5, almost 7 years now. So it will be 7 years in September. Uh, Even before that, because when I was in school, and even before that, I used to think about these things about everybody does this in school. There's nothing special about me, and I'm talking about this thing because this is what I've been working on all my life. Okay. So what these people who attacked me, what they were trying to do is they were trying to discredit me and smear me and character assassinate me so that they can steal my stuff and get away. They can create content around the things I've told them. They discredit and character assassinate me, and then they can create things. And this is exactly what they have been doing for a while, by the way, by stealing from all over the place. I'm talking about Mark Passio, Sathyakas Booza, his cult. Okay, they are Freemasons. Never forget that. So he's talking about, if you listen, what Elon Musk does is he virtue signal. He's a puppet of somebody. I don't know. America has been doing into this, has been dwelling into all these space related endeavors and all stuff, even before anybody else had any understanding on these things, or they would have ever understood their motives. People have descriptions and stuff about space. They have words for things they know. Like I come from India, and if we talk about Hinduism or Buddhism, there are things that point directly toward all these things. Okay. So if we did not have any understanding about these things, so how does this term called antriksh? Antriksh means outer space. Okay. Why do we have this terminology, or vimana, spacecraft? Okay, and they all described. In fact, if you watch any older Indian serial or movies where they are talking about gods, devas, they're fighting, cosmic fights and all stuff, they are in a way virtue signaling something. that they know. Okay, so now people who don't believe me, who don't like to listen to me what I'm saying. What these people are trying to say here, they present it as it something outlandish, out of this world, and they're continuing their psychopathic agenda, their madness to make the people Earth multiplanetary and all stuff. And what ends up happening is we common people end up paying the price for it. It is on our price, our cost. And I'm not saying this thing to cause any chaos or disrupt something or be anti of these things. I think there is a way to do these things in a much healthier way without making people suffer, go through all this madness. But since we are dealing with psychopaths, we are dealing with absolute narcissistic scumbags who want everything under their thumb. Okay, the universe exists independent of anybody's intervention. It continues doing its things whether you know it or you don't know it. Okay, whether how much you know it, what control you have, what energy you can harvest. And he's literally talking about harvesting energy, by the way. Okay, harvesting in the sense they want to be gods, they want to play gods. Okay, listen.
Bring people in with the Kardashev scale.
What's the big picture?
What's the big picture? What is the Kardashev scale?
Like, how do you decide what progress the civilization has made? That's the most.
When you watch these scumbags, don't go for their words, because a lot of people get impressed with these words and all stuff, and they don't use their own mind and understanding on these things. Like he's talking about Kardashev scale. Kardashev, I think. He was a Russian. What is American doing with a Russian idea? Is it not plagiarism, to say the least, if he's using somebody else's idea and making it his own? So what is going on here? It's thievery going on, theft going on in the broad daylight. What is Elon Musk doing anything with Kardashev? Okay.
Objective metric that any alien species, say, visiting us, would calibrate how much progress we've made as a civilization. And one of the most objective.
All these, if alien civilization come and give us all this analysis and tell us how much progress we have made, try to do all these things. Who the fuck are aliens? Why would they like what? Why should we do something according to some alien species, or what they are going to think about us, or this and that? Although we should do things properly, that's a different thing. Aliens should evaluate us. What is going on with these people? Who are these people? Why are they pushing this agenda like that? Aliens are what
ways to do that is the amount of power that any given civilization has been able to harness.
Okay, so what these people do is they speak a specific language. They will never tell you what is real, what is truth, and probably you and I will not understand it, because what facilities these people have, what arrangements, access these people have, you never have. You can never have those access on those things, let alone to work on them, to develop some things in there. Okay, so what they do is they use a language, a lingo, in which they use terminology. They are more inclined toward psychologically manipulating people. So they use these buzzwords, and it's not even buzzwords, it's a virtue signaling thing going on to grab people's attention and somehow to convince people that whatever the hell these people are doing, to comply. Like they do this speech so that people can comply with them. And then after that, what follows is whatever is following now. Elon Musk created your Tesla, SpaceX, boring company, and all sorts of things. This person is enjoying his life at the topmost level. He's the richest, one of the richest person on the planet, and he keeps on coming on some podcast, something crying about, bitching about his this is not normal. This is not even healthy. Okay, not everybody want to go into these space. Like, let's say they are government fighting over this thing, they are billionaires, this and that. Common people don't want this. Common people want to live their life in a healthy way. First of all, they want to raise their children, they have their own aspirations, their own things going. Then they use things, they use these terms that people want to like people, they hinder with everything and all this stuff. That's bullshit. They are psychopaths. You should understand what psychopathy is first. Psychopath does not mean you should go label on these people. Okay, that's not what I'm saying and doing here. I'm not diagnosing this person with some psychopathy. I'm telling you to understand what psychopathy is, how, what is a projection, what is role reversal, what is scapegoating, what is all sorts of things. Then you will understand what these people are doing to you. Okay, and what is on stake, and how much are you going to suffer in the future. Or your children, they will have their dreams actualized on your price. You already are barely surviving, and their agenda, propaganda, it keeps on expanding exponentially. This person want more power, he want to more harvest more energy. Okay, look, listen.
And there was a Russian physicist, actually, I think, by the name of Kardashev, who thought about this, and I think it's a good way to characterize it, which is you can have you can assess how well a civilization is harnessing the power available on the planet. That's type one.
Why do people want to harvest energy? Type 1, type 2, type 3? Why do you want to harvest energy? Like, universe exists, you get all the energy and supply what you need to live a life, and that's the only way to live a life, good life. The only way to live a good life is to be one with the nature. Like, for example, people talk about energy. Actually, I don't think, and this is my understanding on energy from my background, whatever exists on earth for now, it exists because of some process. Okay, you need to understand everything is process. And I once typed this thing on your Twitter, and Elon Musk liked it, my comment. Okay, my post, I will show you somewhere, it is on my Twitter, that you need to think about things in terms of processes. Okay, and there was a Russian scientist, by the way, he also followed me. I blocked him. I did not know what was going on. Why are these people following? Big people are following, and I'm nobody, and they are following me. So I blocked them. A lot of famous people actually followed me throughout the years on Twitter, but I did not like it. I blocked them. So you need to understand things in terms of processes. And if you look at the sun, what energy is doing, people talk about energy in terms of only science, that this is energy, this is how it transforms from one form to other, which is, by the way, still holds. But somewhere in between, energy is directly connected with the life process, and also energy is connected with consciousness. Okay, your consciousness expands when you have enough energy to process your daily life processes efficiently, and then you evolve and all stuff. Okay, it's a deeper thing. I will talk about this thing some other time. If you look at the trees, if you look at the evolution in nature, how trees evolve from one species to other, or how living beings evolve, like okay, let's talk about some science, hardcore science, biological science, and it's based around physics and chemistry. So there's a process called abiogenesis. Abiogenesis is known to be a process that was capable of creating life out of non-organic matter. Okay, that's the theory from the West. It is more closer to your others. How do you call it in terms of animism? Animism of your occult and all this stuff. Okay, parallel to that, in science, it's abiogenesis. Abiogenesis says that if they emphasize more about water because it is based around water. So they performed, by the way, some experiments that are still documented, classified, but I'm not sure their status right now, but I will talk about it a little bit. So to talk about, they have this theory that how life came into existence on Earth, because Earth is like 5.5 billion years old. Life started after around 4.5 billion years on Earth, and the life form was very different from what it is today. So they talk about evaporation of water, and then condensation, then evaporation, then condensation when it occurs multiple times. Also involves catalysts like lightning and all the material, all those things. The process I'm talking about, I'm not talking about a logic here, I'm talking about process. You should look into this thing through a process. So this process, by rapidly evaporation of water, then condensation, lightning did something, then earth minerals, they did something, and eventually it was able to generate a DNA, or the strand of a DNA. Okay, and later on that strand of DNA became single cellular organism that we call microbes right now. And later on these microbes went single celled organism, they went under some mutation due to this same process, okay, continuously. And later on what happened is the cells started to divide and the DNA started to divide and evolve, okay. And then with the passage of time, billions, millions and billions of years, we have what we have right now. That's the theory, formal scientific theory that everybody accepts in today's time. Maybe not in future, but right now, okay. So it is all about not just energy, it's all about passage of time, by the way, okay. It's all about processes there. It's a complex intricate system of natural cycles of being. And this is one theory, there are multiple theories for this as well, but I will talk about most prominent theory right now. And what these psychopaths are trying to do is they're trying to change this process, to make it digital, to make it technological, because technology has this capacity. For example, let's talk about artificial intelligence a little bit, and virtual world, virtual reality, okay. So how these people have become so intelligent, this and that, it's not like that they are actually that intelligent, it's that they have the mean for an end, okay. So they use these technologies to model things or to compute these processes. And since these people, they compute these processes, down the line somewhere somehow they came to understand that if this thing can be emulated on a machine, what will happen if we try to do this thing? And by the way, scientists, there's another process that they implement in the science. That's how they mutate your fruits, vegetables. They grow organs, 3D print organs. Okay, that's parallel to abiogenesis. Okay, and the same process that you use in cloning as well, by the way. By using your how do you call this thing? There's a liquid in your, I forgot the name of the thing. Yeah, it's artificially, they extract the fluid in your spinal cord or somewhere, or your bone marrow somewhere, and they do some synthetic processes. By artificial means, they are able to come up with these things. Okay, now we common normal people who were born organically, they don't care about us anymore. They don't give a fuck about us people, which are the most miraculous outcome of this whole cosmos, this whole universe. They are more fixating toward the power they can extract, power they can harvest. Now listen.
And then type 2 would be how much of the stars' power are you harnessing? And then type 3 would be how much of the galaxy's power are you harnessing? These are very objective and measurable numbers. So right now we're...
Objective and measurable numbers means they have already quantified this thing using your quantum supercomputers and advanced technology that you don't even have the slightest clue about exists. Okay,
very low on the Kardashev 1 scale. Like if you say like what proportion of our planets.
He's talking about Kardashev 1 scale. We are on Kardashev 0.6 or something scale. We are not on 1 scale even. We cannot. And all this idea, this is bullshit. The way these people are thinking about this idea, this will devour us all. People don't understand. Okay, so for example, let's say there exists this galaxy. The galaxy exists. We have to think about these things objectively. Okay, so objectively, you are a human being. You're naturally born on the earth, and you can do specific things. Like for example, I used in the past that we should do things that we were born for. For example, there's a cat, and cat should behave like a cat. And we are human, we should behave like human. We should not behave like gods. So when you see this structure, this galaxy, it is galaxy and it is structured like this because that's how it is permitted to exist. Somehow these lunatics, they think that they can process all these things and all stuff, and they can control this thing. Okay, and how will this thing affect your existence, your being, and what will you do this thing? Like for example, if it does not do anything to you, that's a waste of energy, waste of your effort, waste of your life. Okay, and I don't think these people are so stupid enough to think like that. But in case if it does something to us, we harvest this thing and all stuff, first of all, we are messing with the natural balance of the universe. Studying is one thing, understanding is other, utilizing it in different way, in little bit scale, that's a whole different thing. But when you listen to these lunatics, what they're talking about. So when you harvest these things, what is the price you're going to pay? What will you become? If it actually does something to you, what will you become? Okay.
Power are we harnessing? It's a very, very tiny number. And basically we're harnessing almost nothing of our star's power. So the sun is truly an immense thing. It is difficult with words to characterize just how immense the sun is, but this gives you sort of a sense of scale.
Yeah, it's a big difficulty jump going from level 1 to level 2.
Very big difficulty jump, yes. And level 3, and we don't even know how to do level 3, really.
We'll get there.
Yeah, exactly. AI will figure it out, I
Yeah.
suppose. One way to appreciate this
Level 1. We are not on even level 1 right now. Level 1 to level 2.
the size of the sun is to think about how heavy is the sun compared to all the rest of the mass in the solar system. So the sun is about
dangerous-
99.86%.
The main dangerous thing is this: when these lunatics, when these psychopaths, they have the hand on something, like for example, he's talking about the mass of sun, and he's talking about the classical science, and when he's talking about the calculations he was just talking about earlier, energy harvest, this and that. That's the issue, because we think everything is objective, and people will argue with me that things are not subjective. I'm not talking about objectivity and subjectivity. I think we have wrong understanding on the universe, even with science. Like science is a tool that takes us there, where we have some control over things and understanding. The thing is, when we try to become God, like we did not create this universe. What we are trying to do is we are trying to back engineer things. We're trying to hack into universe. We're trying to reverse engineering it. Okay? And we did not create this thing. So what we do is, when we do certain thing, we go according to cause and effect. Observation, this and that, that's usually fall under the category of cause and effect. What is causing this? What is causing that? So that gives us some understanding. We develop some understanding using that. And then we try to become God. We try to play God. Okay, when we come across these things, we play all God-like, out of narcissism and ignorance, stupidity. And we end up doing, what we end up doing is, we end up harming ourselves first, and the natural cycle of universe things, we escalate, de-escalate, extinct, this and that. We try to play God, which is very dangerous. And scientists, institutions, this is the thing from the history of mankind, that people have been warning about these things. And when these psychopaths, they talk about these things, they talk about as if nothing is going on.
Of all mass in the solar system. It's everything, and then of the remaining 0.14%, most of that is Jupiter, one planet.
So we're still lightweight.
Yes. The entire mass of Earth is in the tiny miscellaneous category. We're
So how he's fooling right now? He was talking about Kardashev scale of civilization, scale 1, scale 2, scale 3. Then we have advanced, which are not under the classical Kardashev scales. They have like 11 levels or something. But according to Michio Kaku, there are 4 levels for this. Level 1, level 2, level 3, and then he has ambiguity with level 4, whether this exists or not. But there are some other theories. They have made the original Kardashev scale as the basis. They have 11 scales, 11 levels. Okay.
Earth is a tiny dust mote compared to the sun.
But how much energy are we talking? Like coming from the sun?
Yeah, so he was talking about sun and Jupiter, and he was talking about Mars and this and that. No, when you talk about Kardashev scale and all stuff, then we talk in terms of galaxies. We talk in terms of universe. We talk in terms of these bigger bodies than what he's describing here. That Mars, of solar system, this and that, Jupiter and all stuff. So just imagine what they are trying to mess with. First of all, what they are trying to mess with. Can you imagine if they did something crazy with Jupiter, what it can unleash on the whole solar system? Do you have slightest clue about this thing? No, you don't. And since we understand how human mind works, you can see what we have already done in the past, what America has done in the past. They have nuked a whole country. Okay, and these psychopaths, they have their hands on these things. Okay.
Especially compared to what we're using here on Earth. 'Cause it feels like
Yeah. The incident solar energy on the cross-section of the Earth is roughly a half billionth of the sun's power output. And the vast majority of that we cannot use because 70% of Earth is water.
yeah.
Technically, our planet should be called water because it is 70% water, and I think an alien civilization.
When they try to laugh at these things, they try to make it funny and all smooth. They are all on some payroll. They're not talking about these things as free people. Clearly, somebody is. They are how do you call it? Compensated for whatever the hell they do. So they theater play like this.
Visiting us would be like, why are they calling it Earth when it is mostly water?
Were the Greenlands not green of the solar system?
Yeah, a bunch of the
Earth is called Earth because it's a combination of water, air, your terrain, your dirt and dust. Earth is not just landmass. Okay, Earth is the whole ecosystem. This thing Elon Musk don't understand. Why do we call it Earth when it's just water, 70% water? It's more than that, air. So should we call it air? I mean, Earth, the environment of Earth, atmosphere of Earth has more air than water or your landmass. So this is how these people they fool you. This is how these comebacks they lie to you.
exactly even we're 70% water, and then of the 30% that's land, a bunch of it is Antarctica or Siberia type of thing, very northern Canada type of thing. Very difficult to not places people typically want to live.
So what they do is what we call it in Hindi, balgarana, like to deceive people. This imbecile, Elon Musk, he's sitting there, he's playing all intelligent, wise person. I don't think this person, how much people give him credit, the credit he gets, he's half of all that, even when it comes to wisdom and intelligence. I think most of his work is done by hidden technology that later on he claimed the credit from. Like, for example, AI is made public for people now. I think AI did not just came out of nowhere just now. I think they have been using to stay ahead, to have a leverage over everybody else. Okay, first they use these things, they solve their problems, and later on they made it public when they found some used to make it public that will later on eventually help them. Just imagine the greed and psychopathy and distortion in these people's psyche. And these people, they're cool, they're chill. The whole planet is going through so much chaos and degradation and deterioration. The AI alone has sucked all the, like, right now look at the state of the market. First they brought your mining, crypto mining, and that thing made everything, all the graphics cards so expensive. I cannot afford a proper graphic card after so many years. I'm a common person. In the same way, when we talk about in today's time AI, look at the state of RAM, how expensive the RAM has become. It is more expensive in some cases, like DDR5. It's more expensive or equally expensive. The processor, okay, and processor used to be the most expensive things. Now RAM is equal or equivalent expensive. Then your other storage, secondary storage, that is also equivalent. Now you are paying 3 times what you used to pay a few years ago, and all this because of these things. And these comebacks, they never talk about this thing. We are not going to live into space and all that stuff if we don't get some our basic needs met. They never talk about these things. Why do these people never talk about first people's needs? There are people who are suffering from all sorts of things right now in today's time, and they're talking about becoming Kardashev scale 3. By the way, this comeback, you are on 0.6. Now he's talking about to project you into directly 3 Kardashev scale. Do you know what they are going to extract from you? what you're going to endure to reach there, what you're going to suffer from. You have slightest idea what your children are going to suffer to fulfill his madness.
And you're not going to get a lot of solar power at the poles. So the actual usable area of land where you can get solar power is quite small. Anyway, in order to ascend the Kardashev scale, or in order to get to any meaningful percentage of the sun's energy harnessed, you have to go to space. If you wanted to get to, say, a millionth of the power output of the sun, you would have to increase civilizational energy harnessed by much more than 1 million. So,
do you understand what the fuck is this person saying right now? Any of you have any clue what is he saying right now? 1 millionth go to the sun to harvest its energy. Can you imagine what is he saying? Can you imagine what these people are, they start to pursue it? What will happen to you, your psyche, your being? Do you have the slightest clue? They will talk about all these things, then they will say that, yeah, we can reach there. Yeah, there's still a way. It's really difficult. It's really bad. It's really like this and that, like he usually does. Then he will cry like a bitch in front of everybody. Then he will say that, yeah, there is still a way. Just get this neural link implanted into you and let me turn you on and off. Let me destroy you as a human being, your integrity and everything else, and let me weaponize you and use you as an accessory. Then we can reach there. And once that's done, you're gone. You're gone forever. You will forget what you are. You will lose all your autonomy. You will have no control over yourself. Okay? This is what he's saying right now. Then they will pump whatever the hell they can into you. 1 million times of what you are right now. And they will distort and mutilate you so brutally and cruelly. Okay? This is what he's saying.
we currently use much less than 1/1000th of the power output of the sun. And 1 trillion is 1 million times 1 million. So basically, we're basically practically nowhere on the sort of the Kardashev 2 scale. Practically no.
We are nowhere on the Kardashev scale. Yeah, let's compare. Let's start comparing ourselves with arbitrary random things that really makes no sense. Okay, let's. Why do we stop here on Kardashev scales? Let's compare ourselves to the infinite. Okay, then we will be nowhere. Also, once again. So these comebacks, they don't understand that we don't look like we look from where we are forward, not the backward. What these comebacks they're saying, since they have some access onto something, these insanely diseased people, and they back project, and they think that, and then people don't understand what happened. Like it makes all sense in the logic, and yeah, people cheer. Yes, what achievement! How intelligent this person is! How great! And when they start to actualize that thing, after getting your approval slowly by virtue signaling first, by making it all good, great, and happy thing, and later on when they start to do those things, comparing something ahead of you backward, okay, that's just to manipulate you. But things will always occur from where you are to forward. Okay, you will always experience things from what you are right now, and how much they are going to torment you to make you what he's spewing right now. Okay,
Nowhere.
So on Kardashev scale, we're all still
We're
still
non-existent.
failing.
We're
not
non-registered.
existent.
We're like not a. We're not even. Yeah. We're not registering.
Not even a micro soul.
Yeah, we're
No.
and so to actually
One microsol.
no microscope. We are everything. We are integrated systems. We have billions of years of evolution to reach where we have. We don't think things in terms of this type of comparison of energy. This is first of all very narcissistic. Secondly, this is very, very, you don't even understand what they're saying. You don't have the slightest clue that what they actually mean, how they are twisting it, how they are trying to manipulate you using these things. Anyway, I want to keep this thing short, so I will cover this in 2 or 3 parts.
Would be an epic achievement relative to where we are right now.
Something to aspire to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our goal.
Something to aspire to. Where do this person, this scumbag, he did same thing with this lunatic, your Joe Rogan, that imbecile, number one stupid fool. First he used these people, now they're using these random people. Something to aspire to. Something to aspire to, okay? The brainwashing you to fulfill, and they will always be in advantage, by the way. You will always be in loss unless you don't understand that what the fuck are these people doing, what you already have, and what they are trying to harvest. They're not trying to harvest some sun energy and all stuff. They're harvesting your life, your process, your sanity, everything. Okay, this comeback. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying right now? This is what these people are doing. Yeah, I will come up with next video, because I don't want to make larger video, plus I have a few things to take care of right now. I will continue from 5.41 minutes. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.